12 months. Wow. Gosh.
Oh, wow. For the next 12 months.
That's a good question. I think crypto is really important. I think it's going to be really important, and we're obviously in a down cycle for crypto, but I think that's something that is going to be transformational to how we interact and how we think about money. So I think that's a key thing. And then I think also just someone covered, I think actually the guy who presented this morning, the analyst who presented this morning covered it, is just advice, and how do we do advice better, and how do we do it at scale, and how do we build trust and relationships through advice.
I think the rise of embedded finance or embedded banking is something to look out for. Definitely in Southeast Asia, there are a lot of people who are providing apps for consumers, and they want to have banking as part of this, the products that they provide. So I think definitely to look out for a lot of innovation in that space. It's going to be an exciting time.
Yeah, the trend that I certainly am aware of that fintech should be keeping their eye on is, I think that more and more regulations are coming, and that liability challenges, specifically fines from not operating a good security posture or a documented one, are going to get higher and higher. And so being able to effectively design and develop and operate a security practice is going to be critical, whether you're a 5-person team or a 5,000-person team.
I think it's a confluence of emerging technologies that we need to pay attention to. One is open banking, so having standardized APIs and being able to connect fintech with financial service providers. Along with that, AI, machine learning, and of course, it's a very nascent and embryonic stage for cryptocurrencies, but I think there are opportunities around that as well too.
I think one of the trends that, not to be partial here, but really personalization, there's a lot of neobanks, there's a lot of challenger banks coming up, and honestly, a lot of them are offering kind of the same thing, but what they're really focused in on is the community that they serve. So you might have the same product line, but how well do you know your community, and how well do you customize your solution to that community? So personalization. I also think obviously crypto and the Web3 space, and how is it that you're integrating with that, or do you have a plan to do that at all?
The biggest trend is going to be macroeconomic issues right now. So there is definitely a slowdown in the way that LPs are currently able to raise their next rounds of capital. There's a slowdown in the way that they're deploying it. Not fully seen yet, but what you're starting to see is the number of deal size starting to shrink, and then larger, big deals going into the proven ones that are there. Companies, therefore, that they're looking to invest into have been showing more profitability metrics more so than ever. So it's increasingly more challenging to sort of raise on the vision and the napkin style economics and having more proof points behind it. And as we continue to go into an inflationary period, there is concern of making sure that you have enough runway to weather this time period into 2023. So for me, the biggest thing to really look at is macroeconomic trends in this whole picture.
Well, we're working on a future that we would call collaborative banking. And so it's a new set of rails in banking that allows the fintechs to come to market faster, seamlessly, and to be powered by your local bank of choice or your local credit union of choice. And so it means that you can have the newest and best tech in a safe, compliant, and convenient way. So we're pushing for a new path forward in fintech, and I think the industry is only speeding up and things are accelerating, and the goal or the end use case that we're searching for is just serving the underserved, bringing technology to the 1% that it's hard to put big investment dollars in as an institution or a fintech, but when we remove those barriers to going to market, it makes it a lot more affordable, where someone can bring an app to market that might only serve a small segment of the demographic or the population.